Grab your cup. Let's talk about how you create the things in your life and how the feelings that you hold and the emotions and the thoughts that you have are a huge part of what you're creating in your life. So when we talk about this, it's really understanding that we live in an electromagnetic field. The earth has all around it an electromagnetic field. The easiest way to think of this is gravity, right? There's a pull. We can't see it. We don't necessarily understand it, but it's there. There's this field around everything, and an energetic wave moves through everything. As people living on this earth, we are primarily energetic beings. The energy moving in every cell, in every atom of our body is much more a part of what we are made of than our skin and our bones and our muscles and all of that. We think what we see is the biggest part, but the energy is a much bigger part. And the energy moves and is attached to that field, okay? So if you can get that, now the next part to understand is we are electromagnetic, right? So there's two components of that. The thoughts that we have put out an energetic frequency. It's an energetic, so thoughts, they actually have technology to measure thought waves. Thoughts, especially the same thoughts that you think over and over, they put out a message into the field. They put out an energetic frequency. And that frequency is creating what you're thinking about. Now, the other part of that is the magnetic part. Your emotions, which are going to go with what you're thinking, right? If you have a thought of life is really hard, then your emotion might be fear. If you have a thought of it's not going to work out, I'm waiting for a medical diagnosis, I'm waiting to hear about a job, I'm in a new relationship, and you're thinking, what if it doesn't work out? You're going to have emotions that are a match to that. Some anxiety, maybe some shame if it doesn't work out, like what's wrong with me, whatever it is. But the thoughts that you put out have an energy to them, and they send a message out into the energetic field that we live in. Your emotions are the magnetic part. So the emotions of fear, anxiety, anger, resentment, shame, all of those emotions are going to pull things towards you that are a match. It has to always be a match in frequency or it's not going to connect. If you look at just magnets that you know, whatever you've learned about magnets in school, you have to have the right side of the magnet facing the right side of the other magnet or they actually repel each other. They will only attract when it's like to like. Got it? So what you're attracting will be like to like because it's a magnetic force. So what you feel and the dominant emotions that you live your life in will attract things that are a match for those emotions. They're a match, more things to make you angry. And now you're thinking more angry thoughts. You'll attract and pull in more things to make you afraid. And now you're thinking more fearful thoughts. So you are creating so much of the life experience that you're having. And you're doing it by thinking the same things over and over and then feeling the things that pull towards you. That's why we talk so much about gratitude, because gratitude, if you can break the pattern of what you're thinking and feeling and start to feel gratitude, if you had a magnet marked gratitude and you found the other magnet that would be attached to that, gratitude is an energy of receiving, right? You feel thankful when something good happens, when somebody gives you something. It's a receivership energy. So when you're in that receivership energy, you receive more things to be grateful for. That's why gratitude is so talked about. Yes, it does also help you change your thought patterns, because when you start to notice, what am I grateful for versus what am I upset about? It changes your life experience. But if you want to understand at a science level, at a quantum physics level, what's actually happening, that's what's happening. You're sending out thoughts of, I'm so happy and thankful. Even if it's something bad, I'm thankful this happened because it showed me where I need to adjust. I'm thankful this happened because it gave me an opportunity to learn a lesson that I wasn't getting before, and now I'm getting it. Maybe it kept showing up 20, 30 times throughout my whole life, but now I'm getting it, and I'm thankful for that. You have that thought, you feel the gratitude, and you pull more things to be grateful about towards you. When you are pulling things towards you, you're creating the life that you want. So it's not just gratitude. If you want something that you don't yet have, this is the other piece of it, and then I'll leave you to think about this. And I would love to hear your comments, what you think about this, where have you noticed this at play in your life? But if you want to create something that you've not yet had, mostly the way we live is, I wait for life to bring me something. I wait for life to play it out, and then I respond to what life gives me. We forget how much we are part of that creator process. So if you can visualize something that you don't yet have, maybe you've never had a great relationship, maybe you've been stuck in health issues for years. If you can visualize what you actually want, not what you're experiencing, not what you see, visualize, send out that thought message, and then feel what it would feel like before you receive it. So imagine with gratitude feeling that. What would it feel like to feel so good in your body, to have energy again? What would that feel like? What would it feel like to be in a relationship that fills you up, that has you be connected, whatever the things that you want? And what would that look like? What would you be doing in that relationship? If you can spend some time every single day imagining that, visualizing that, sending that out into the electromagnetic field that you are a part of, that's giving you your life experiences, and then you can get yourself to feel the emotions that are a match for what you want. Now you're using yourself and the field as a way to create your life. And it absolutely can be magical. It may sound completely off to you, but I want you to remember that science backs this. It started a lot with Einstein, and science has been catching up in the past 100 years with technology and the way that they can measure and the way that they see the electromagnetic field and the way that they see things in the human body as a match. And then people relate their experiences with what happens in their life. But long before Einstein, Jesus and other biblical people, or in other cultures, other, historical, impactful people, have been telling us the same thing. Jesus was telling us 2,000 years ago, be grateful, forgive. Unforgiveness blocks what you want because you hold some level of resentment somewhere, and that keeps your frequency not a match for being free and happy. So Jesus talks about forgiveness. He talks about love, and he says, you can have everything that I have. All that you want is within you, because the electromagnetic conversation between you and the world that you live in starts within you. And that's really all that you need. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you feel about that, what you think about that, what your experience has been. I would love to hear it. Have a good day.